The Kentucky community is mourning the loss of a young man.
Andrew Dodson died after suffering an injury during a high school football practice. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Somerset with the details on that. Our top story at 5.
Andrew Dodson played for the Pulaski County High School football team. He was a junior and he was a defensive end and also a tight end. The KHSAA posted earlier today that they are joining the Pulaski County community in mourning the passing of this young man. I am told that Dodson was participating in the spring game, which is a scrimmage, when something happened. He was taken to a hospital, and a lot of people posted on social media that he and his family needed prayer. The High School Athletics Association posted that no words can explain, rationalize, justify tragedies such as these. They're asking for peace and for comfort all around him and, of course, all around the Commonwealth. There are still a lot of unanswered questions. We do not know, and we want to state that we do not know the cause of death. That has not been released at this point. And to say that this local community, the school system, the football team, family and friends, and many others around the high school football community, not only here in Somerset, but around the state, are in a state of shock and disbelief would be an understatement. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Yeah, there's been a lot of reaction. Many other high school football programs around the state are posting about Dodson's death and asking people to lift up his family and the school and community in prayers. And Kentucky football head coach Mark Stoops also shared his condolences on social media, saying his sympathies and prayers are with the Dodson family as well as teammates and friends.